whoa, whoa.
Stop him!
Nah, this is the guy that fixed the security system, man.
Idiots! That's the defect!
Hi-Fi Rush is a rhythm action game that captures the spirit of the Dreamcast and GameCube era, mixed with a Viz Media Saturday morning animated series, with stellar style and modern mechanics. Since it was also an unknown entity and shadow dropped on announcement, it's also already earned itself Surprise of the Year in my book. As Chai, you're the result of a corporate experiment gone awry. He's a cheerful and impulsive protagonist that presses his luck every chance he gets, and from the start, that gets him in a bit of hot water. While being fitted with a robotic arm, his music player makes its way onto the operating table, and it's transported into his body. This sets the scene for the main premise of the game. You feel the music of the world around you, so combat, traversal, environments, and cutscenes all match the beat of the soundtrack.
Bring it on.
Between personal ability and sync issues, I think it's safe to say that rhythm games can be intimidating for a fair amount of folks, which is why I think the way Hi-Fi Rush handles on-the-beat gameplay is so refreshing. Since the world itself moves with the music, your attacks will always land on the beat and you aren't required to be rhythmically inclined. If you do land blows with the soundtrack's tempo, you'll get bonuses, but you aren't punished for missing. It makes for an incredibly approachable experience in an otherwise daunting genre.
Up for another round?
And that arcadey combat is super fun. It's Devil May Cry inspired swordplay with a guitar made out of magnetized junk metal. Stylish, combo-based action with unexpected but impressive depth and variety, especially when you call in assists from your allies. Once you do start unlocking new abilities, like the magnetic tether, which will pull you towards enemies along with a dash and parry system, your flow state can really start to rack up and reward you with the coveted S rating on encounters. Now, there is a downside to that solid combat, and it comes in the form of how tutorial heavy things are in the early game. Not only do you have windowed instructions that pop up to guide you through new mechanics, but also an imaginary concert to practice, and then after you've already played around with abilities for a bit, you then encounter an in-world character that reteaches the techniques to you. One of these options would be fine, especially since you can practice unlocked combos back at your hideout. Exploration isn't overbearing and platforming is straightforward, but the challenge does grow with things like timed hazard areas. There are also secret areas with power-ups and collectibles to fill out your hideout with decor, but they're mostly hidden in plain sight or locked behind an ally ability that comes later in your adventure, so there's incentive to return to previous locations in the post-game.
Woo, yeah! And the crowd goes wild.
Chai! 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 Chai!
I can't overstate how much the characters and world feel like they're tailor-made for an animated series. From performances like Robbie Damon's exuberant Chai and Erica Lindbeck's exasperated by exuberance Peppermint,
It was supposed to be sarcastic.
to the writing, which plays a risky game by leaning on comedy but pulls it off routinely before then having some immensely heartfelt character interactions as the story moves forward. It's a gem of a cartoon that happens to be a video game. And that's really the wildest part. The fact that this comes from Tango Gameworks, a studio mostly known for grim horror like The Evil Within. Hi-Fi Rush is a dazzling and delightful video game full of heart and personality, and you should absolutely play it.
Gotta say, that whole saving me thing, really appreciate it. Didn't know you had that fight in you.